Have you ever wondered why Americans seem to always get the nice book covers? Well, I did, and I am jealous and petty about it. So, today we are going on the quest to find better UK covers. And no, I'm not from UK, but for the sake of this video, let's pretend I'm British. Unfortunately, I am horrendous with accents, so I will not be attempting one because I want to be able to show my face on the internet again. Now, do I have access to both UK and US covers? Yeah, I do. But still, poor Brits, why do they have to get the ugly covers all the time? Someone needs to advocate for them, so here I am. And we are starting this competition with a win for the UK. I mean, US? What is this? Excuse me? UK is the clear winner here because I specifically looked for this version of the book. The US one gives stars and like outer space, which I like usually, but in this particular case, like, tell me this is not giving the Nutcracker vibes, and tell me that you don't feel like you're already in the story just by looking at the covers. I haven't read the Inheritance Games, but if you were to show me the UK cover, I would probably never attempt to read it. So, unfortunately, US has won this. This doesn't even look nice. It's giving Uncanny Valley. It's just weird and I hate people on the cover. This one is like whimsical and busy in a good way and you're not really getting what's going on, but there's so many things going on that I am just intrigued and want to read it. It's just interesting and dynamic and this is creepy and boring. So, US, here's your point. With The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I read it as an ebook, so the cover wasn't really important, but as you can see, they are very, very similar. The thing is, I am always drawn to different angles, to like a different perspective. And the UK one is just straightforward, while US has like a slanted angle. Like, this is the only thing that makes me choose US here. Also, this green color is just so mesmerizing. That being said, because I read the book, I'm going to give my opinion real quick if anyone is interested. I liked the book. If I remember correctly, I gave it a 3.5 star rating. It's giving Marilyn Monroe's biography. At least that's how I felt when I was reading it. I imagined Evelyn Hugo was Marilyn Monroe. A good book. Not outstanding though, but a good book. Do I need to say it out loud? I mean, yeah, US is the clear winner. I mean, look at this. It's just so imaginative with the noodles making the letter H. I saw this cover in my local bookstore and I added it to my TBR just because of the cover. That's the sole reason I want to read this book. Like, is the UK cover ugly? No, I wouldn't say it is ugly, but is it interesting as much as the US one? No, definitely not. Also, at the first glance, I don't really understand what's going on with this girl here, like what's she holding? And here, it's just so forward, you know? It's just so bold and you can see the noodles. I don't know, this is my favorite cover, honestly. With Elsie Silver's, I think, Chestnut series or something like that. I'm sorry for butchering the name, but hear me out. So, in this particular case, I prefer simple. I like the feel of the UK ones. They're just plain, simple, cute covers for cute rom-coms. You know what I mean? The US ones look dirty a little bit. Like, they seem old and not that interesting. So, we get a point. 3 points for US and 2 for UK, and I think we can beat US here. With The Boys of Tommen, even though I have the UK version, I am sorry, I love the colors on the US one. I just love pink and purples and blues and they just look so beautiful together. And this is cute. This is nice. This is scrapbook. That's the feel of this, which I don't hate at all. I actually like it, but the US ones have the colors. I have to give it to the US. Although anything is better than the indie version. I don't want to see the characters on the cover. Cartoon or real people, I don't want to see it. I want to imagine them myself, and this is not something that catches my eye. It's something that will probably make me turn my back. Now, actually, I'm lying. I have an exception here. With God of Malice, I prefer the cover with the dude on it rather than the newer one because he's just so fine. I don't know, I just like it so much. So this one is better than the new version for me. With A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I actually have the book, but I can't find it. Here it is. This is the UK version, and I'll be honest, US did it better. It just catches my eye. Whereas this one has the same concept, but it is poorly executed. I'm starting to be concerned about the ending of this competition. Another book I actually have, which is Happy Place by Emily Henry, and this is the UK version. Now tell me this doesn't look better than this. Like, what is this? Why is it so pink? Like, do you want me to pop a vein while looking at this? Too much magenta pink, and this specifically makes me not want to read the book. Honestly, both covers are really ugly. I hate both of them. I don't like any Emily Henry book covers. I feel like they all look the exact same. Also, I am pretty sure I do not like the interior of the book either because I've read Funny Story and Betrayed, and yeah, I think you've heard me yap about how much I hate the third act breakup in her books. I feel like drinking bleach is a better alternative than reading another one of her books. So I haven't read this one specifically for that reason because I do not want to get to that third act breakup that involves miscommunication and low-key cheating. Though I hate the concept, I have to give it to the UK. It is just better. With the Shatter Me series, like, they are almost identical. The only difference is the font that they used. The UK font is slightly tackier, let's say, even though tacky is a big word, but somehow it fits the story better. I'm going to give it to the UK here because we just did it better. I've seen Daisy Jones and the Six everywhere, specifically the US one, and I'm gonna be honest here, it looks old and vintage and very interesting, and I like it better. I don't want to admit it, but US did it better again. Now with the UK, they tried something, I see they wanted to be a bit more creative, more colors, interesting, but we didn't do it better here, so US gets another point. The Song of Achilles is a book I've seen recently on TikTok and in the bookstores I've been to, but somehow the cover is not that interesting for me to pick it up because of that. I still tend to go towards the UK here. The helmet is giving more of the story for sure, but it's a bit too cartoonish, maybe, so I will go with UK here again. And our score is 6 points for US and 5 for UK. And I might be seeing us winning today. Another Emily Henry book, People We Meet on Vacation and You and Me on Vacation. I hate both of them. I don't really like cartoonish covers. They seem so childish. Like, they are better than real people on covers, usually. But they are still not interesting enough. I need something that says, pick me, and this doesn't give pick me vibes. Now, I will choose the US one because I really like the leaves. Also, dude, you kinda need new glasses. Who reads like that? I've read Betrayed and Funny Story. Betrayed was alright, like, it didn't bother me that much when it came to the third act breakup, but I still didn't like it. Now, when it comes to the covers, the angles are doing it again for me, the perspective. I need to give it to the US again. It just looks a bit more interesting than the UK version. 8 points for US, 5 for UK, and I have faith in us. I am not having faith, and I think we're going to fail miserably. Heartless Hunter, which in the UK is the Crimson Moth. No, I am sorry. I just love this blue so damn much. And with the red in the bottom, it just looks so majestic. Isn't it majestic and mysterious and beautiful? Also, it has so much more detail than the UK one. UK is I don't really want to read it, but when I see this, Yeah, this is something I want to read. Now, for the cover as a whole, yes, US gets this point, but I kind of like the UK name better. What do you think? UK wins this round. Like, it is just more bold with Babel. I don't know how you say Babel. I would go with Babel, but whatever. You have it like in the front, it's bold, and I love it. UK wins. With Love in Other Words, we have 4 covers, and I'm going to admit the orange one is the best. Then it is the other US one. Now, what's going on with you, UK? Though I will not give US 2 points because I reserve the right to bend the rules. So, for this round here, US gets only 1 point. We have 4 covers yet again, and I have strong feelings about this one. I absolutely love the sardine box. I love it. And I didn't even realize there were people in the sardine box. I thought they were sardines. Doesn't even matter. I saw the book cover. I actually saw the orange one in my bookstore and I knew I wanted to read the book. Again, I know nothing about it. I just know that the cover is just so cute. It sparked my interest. US, what? How can you compete with this? You cannot. Now, UK, this is what I'm talking about. UK gets a point here, and I will not give it 2 points, even though I could because I'm a British person now. UK, you make me proud of being a British today. Caravel, so I have really strong opinions about this one here. So this is the US version. You're seeing here the UK version. What is this, UK? Why would you do that? I'm sorry, but this is just outstanding. It is sparkly. First of all, it is sparkly, okay? The very first cover is a bit smaller. Some people don't like this, but I kind of liked it. You open it and it looks like this, and it is just marvelous. I love it with all my heart. US covers are just floppy. They are flimsy, floppy books. And tell me, is there anything better than a flimsy and floppy book? What's this? What's this? What's this? Guild here is the best book ever. Look at this. How can you not love this? Disappointment. Disappointment. I'm going to admit it is well deserved. The US version is better. Five Survived by Holly Jackson. I don't know anything about this book. I found it when I researched for this video. And what I'm seeing, like the pattern here, is that US is just bolder. It's like they go for unconventional things, you know? And this is what makes their covers better. UK, it's fine. You can express your creativity. Don't hold back. It's a safe space here. US gets another point because this looks just way better. Yours truly. And here, actually, the green cover, it is, well, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. It is not better. I hate it. I hate both of them, to be honest. But the pink one or the red one has a bit more contrast and it is more pleasant, or it's less unpleasant. So there you go again, US. Just leave something for the rest of us, will you? Another Emily Henry book, and with this one, I'm sorry. I read it and I absolutely hated it. I hated it, and I'm not gonna say it again. That damn third act breakup. The US one is too blue. I love blue, but this is not what I'm looking for. As said, I dislike profusely this cartoonish feel. UK did it better, so. Are we leading? I don't think we're leading. Let me check. No, we are far from leading. I'm sorry, UK. What's going on with you? Like, there is no comparison at all. This is just boring, and this is interesting. It is. I'm sorry, US, you get another point. The Secret History. Now, I read this book. It wasn't awful. It wasn't great for me, personally, either. I didn't like it that much. Now, I am happy to ask US, what the hell were they thinking? What is this? Did the printer guys misalign everything? Why does it look like they made a mistake when designing this cover? I am so happy with this. I hate it. UK did it way better. Way better. I'm gonna admit, I kind of dislike when books don't give me a hint as to what's going inside of the book, you know? But UK gets a point. There you go again with the perspective. US gets my thing for perspective. This is better. This is more interesting than this. Also, why do we have two covers for UK and both of them are like the same thing? Another point for US. There is no salvation for us. Magnolia Parks. Now, it is not my fault that every single one is the UK version. I don't know what's going on with the US, but whenever I searched on Goodreads or whatever, they all showed UK England. Now, am I wrong? Or should this mean that UK gets another point, regardless of which one is better? Like, they are both UK, so it is what it is. Now, that being said, these ones are the older version and these ones are the newer one. I like the newer version much more, even though they are giving 2000s vibes, you know? It's like nostalgic. And like these covers here make me want to read it, so. This is the winner, but nonetheless, UK gets a point. I would have added drum rolls here, but we all know that US won this competition. Why is US getting all the good covers? I demand an answer. That being said, even though we've lost, I am proud of being a British today. And we lose with our heads held high. And well, there is nothing to be upset about because UK has plenty of things that are better than US. Like more tea and no guns. Also, chocolate. I am sorry, but US chocolate is a joke. And I mean that. I am sorry for all you Americans who have to put up with that. That is not chocolate. You have to try Cadbury. Or, you know what? You have to try Milka. Doesn't matter. Anything that's not American chocolate is good. Go try that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then you might want to see more of me. And if that's the case, you can subscribe right here. But if you can't wait, just click on this video here. You might enjoy it. Who knows?